almost we have completed this topic. So we will revise it a little bit fast. And in any slide, at any point in any topic, if you have a question, you can ask.
सर
Yes.
सर ये जो कॉटन फाइबर में मतलब ये जो बॉन्डिंग में बहुत कंफ्यूजन है मुझे। हाइड्रोजन बॉन्डिंग होती है तो वो फॉर्म कैसे होता है उसमें थोड़ा सा प्रॉब्लम
बारे में हमने फर्स्ट यूनिट में लिया था, हाइड्रोजन बॉन्ड्स कैसे फॉर्म होते हैं, है ना? जनरली
हाँ इसके अंदर हाँ।
तो कॉटन फाइबर का आपने वो देखा है मॉलिक्यूलर उसका जो हमने फॉर्मूला लिया है। चलो मैं उस पर आता हूँ। एनी अदर क्वेश्चन? इंट्रोडक्शन में ऐसा कुछ है नहीं। यस, हियर द क्लासिफिकेशन एंड दैट ऑलरेडी वी हैव डन। इट्स अ नेचुरल सेल्यूलोज सीड monocellular staple fiber, yeah, and density is 1.5. Density is 1.52 grams per cubic centimeter, which makes cotton a rather heavy fiber. So it is put in the category of heavy fibers. Types of commercial cotton, इसमें कोई question है? Total 6 types are there. One is Sialan, Egyptian, Brazilian, American, Indian and China cotton. इनमें सब में difference क्या है? We have differentiated them, or we have categorized them according to their properties, their staple length and diameter, and the counts of yarn which can be spun by these different type of cottons. Like Sea Island cotton is a long, fine, soft and silky and uniform cotton. Means it is having all the good qualities which are required in a fiber. Its staple length is more than 2 inches and diameter is 1/1500 inches. And the counts which can be spun, the yarn counts which can be spun by it is 300 cotton count. Means very fine cotton yarns can be constructed, can be produced by using this type of cotton. So like Sea Island cotton, it is having different properties, color, staple length, diameter and spinning counts which can be spun by it. Similarly, we have different properties and different color and difference in length and diameter about different fibers. Like Egyptian cotton, it is slightly inferior than Sea Island. Brazilian, slightly inferior than Egyptian. Then American cotton, and this is medium quality. And then we have Indian cotton and China cotton, which are of inferior qualities and can be used only for coarser counts. Any question from this topic? Any question from this topic? I think just इसमें समझने को ज़्यादा नहीं है, केवल याद करने को ही है। ये जो डेटा है आपको पर्टिकुलरली स्टेपल लेंथ और डायमीटर और जो काउंट्स इससे हम स्पन कर सकते हैं, ये आपको याद करना है। ठीक है, एग्जाम में अगर क्वेश्चन आता है तो जस्ट आपको ये 6 कैटेगरी मेंशन करना है और इनके स्टेपल लेंथ, डायमीटर और स्पिनिंग काउंट्स के बारे में मेंशन करना है। अगर कंट्री आपको याद रहता है तो गुड, अगर आप याद नहीं रहता तो इतना इम्पोर्टेंट नहीं है। ठीक है, ठीक है।
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next is cultivation. In cultivation, most of the things are common. Whatever is cultivation practices used for other crops, the similar same method with some differences is used for cultivation of different type of crops. Similarly, we have some specific process of cultivation for cotton fiber, and many videos are also available on YouTube. So in that, with the help of pictures and video, it is shown clearly. So you can take help of those videos. You can watch those videos And then you can understand this theory part, which we have divided into different steps: land preparation, planting season, planting means how the growth is taking place, how many days are, कितने दिन में कितनी growth हो रही है, उसके बारे में इसमें explain किया हुआ है planting. Then flowering का भी ऐसा ही है कि किस तरह का course follow हो रहा है, किस तरह का life cycle follow हो रहा है, that is also part of this flowering. Then cultivation is taking place. Development of cotton fiber is taking place in 2 phases. These are 2 important phases. So go through this slide. Particularly, this will explain some of the things about the morphological structure, how the cuticle is formed, and then how the primary wall, secondary wall, and lumen is formed during the growth of, during the development of cotton fiber. These 4 parts which we have covered in microstructure: cuticle, then primary wall, underneath the primary wall, secondary wall, and underneath the secondary wall, hollow canal, that is known as lumen. So how these 4 parts are growing or developing in the cotton fiber, that is explained in this slide. And the most important part is explained in this slide. Generally a question, and generally this, not only the question, this is the most important characteristic of cotton fiber, for which the cotton fiber is specially identified, and that is known as convolutions. Convolutions means the twist which are induced in the cotton fiber due to this reason which is explained in this slide. Those twists are known as convolutions, and which is characteristic identification of cotton fiber. When we see the longitudinal view, these convolutions or these twists are clearly seen in the longitudinal view when we see the fiber, when we magnify the fiber on the microscope. And with the help of these twists, these convolutions, we can identify that this fiber is a cotton fiber. If convolutions are visible, if you are seeing the convolutions or this twist in any fiber, it means this fiber is cotton fiber. In that way, with the help of microscope, we can identify this fiber. So how convolutions are taking place, how convolutions are created, how these are generated or produced in the fiber, that is explained in this slide. When cotton balls are ripened, they burst. And when they burst, they expose the soft mass of cotton fiber. Means this soft mass जो है एटमॉस्फेयर में एक्सपोज हो जाता है, और इसी स्टेज में क्या होता है, जो प्लांट जूसेस हैं ल्यूमेन के अंदर, वो या तो सीड में चले जाते हैं या इवोपरेट हो जाते हैं ड्यू टू सनलाइट. व्हाटएवर द वे इट इज, किसी भी कारण से वो जूसेस जो हैं या तो इवोपरेट हो रहे हैं या उसमें जा रहे हैं, उसकी वजह से क्या होगा, एक कैविटी फॉर्म हो जाएगी, वो खाली स्पेस फॉर्म हो जाएगा इन द सेंटर ऑफ द फाइबर. और इस खाली स्पेस की वजह से जो एक्सटर्नल प्रेशर्स हैं वो ज़्यादा होंगे इनसाइड प्रेशर से, एंड ड्यू टू दिस इट विल कोलैप्स इन डिफरेंट डायरेक्शन एट डिफरेंट प्लेसेस. As a result, the fiber may get some turns in one direction and at next place in reverse direction, and these turns are known as convolutions, and they vary from 150 to 300 per inch. एक इंच में लगभग 150 से 300 convolutions होते हैं. This is how the convolutions are produced in the cotton fiber. That is explained in this slide. In previous slide, how all these 4 parts are developed: cuticle, primary wall, secondary wall, and lumen. And how these convolutions, which is a characteristic identification of cotton fiber, is produced in the cotton fiber, that is explained in this slide. So these 2 slides are very important from the point of view of this particular property of cotton fiber, that is known as convolutions, and these 4 important parts of microstructure of cotton fiber. Is there any question from this topic, these 2 slides? No? Can we move? आगे बढ़े?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. यहाँ पे फिर इसको प्लग किया जाता है, देन जिनिंग फैक्ट्री को भेज जाएगा जहाँ पे हम सीड से फाइबर को एक्सट्रैक्ट करते हैं. देन मॉर्फोलॉजी ऑफ कॉटन में हमने मैक्रो स्ट्रक्चर लिया, इसमें बहुत ज़्यादा एक्सप्लेन करने को है नहीं. It is about length, diameter ratio, density, color and luster. So in first four, you have to remember the datas only. कि इसका क्या रेंज है, लेंथ कहाँ से कहाँ तक वेरी करती है, डायमीटर कहाँ से कहाँ तक वेरी कर रहा है, L/D रेशियो कितना वेरी कर रहा है, डेंसिटी क्या है कॉटन फाइबर की, इसका कलर कैसा होता है और लस्टर कैसी होती है. दैट इज गिवन इन मैक्रो स्ट्रक्चर. आउटर थिंग्स, सरफेस प्रॉपर्टीज आर गिवन इन मैक्रो स्ट्रक्चर. कि जो बाहर से हम देखते हैं उसकी सरफेस को, तो उसमें जो जो हमें दिखता है, लेंथ है, डायमीटर है, लस्टर है, कलर है, ये सब कवर्ड होता है मैक्रो स्ट्रक्चर. एनी क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम मैक्रो स्ट्रक्चर?
No, sir.
Then microstructure, and that is microstructure. Cotton fiber consists of 4 parts. Outermost part, the protecting wall, is known as cuticle. Just underneath the cuticle, primary wall is there. This is also known as primary cell wall or primary wall. Underneath the primary wall, secondary wall, which is main part of the fiber. Bulk of the fiber, around 90% of the fiber, consists of secondary cell wall, and which is composed of cellulose only. So this is the purest form of cellulose. The cellulose in purest form is found in secondary wall. However, primary wall is also having some part of important main part of cellulose, but some other impurities are also present in primary wall. In cuticle, there is no cellulose, only waxes and fats are there. And in lumen, minerals and all these things are found. And this is a hollow cavity which is running through the length of the fiber. So इसकी details आप लोगों को मैं, ये इसका diagram है जिसमें चारों part इसमें show हो रहे हैं. Cuticle, outermost boundary, just under the cuticle, primary cell wall, and just under the primary cell wall, secondary cell wall. Primary cell wall and secondary cell wall are consisting or are formed by spiraling fibrils. Fibrils means fine thread of cellulose. So these fine threads of cellulose in a spiral form are forming this primary cell wall as well as secondary cell wall. But this spiraling are at different angles in primary cell wall and secondary cell wall, which is described in the next slide in detail. And this part is known as lumen. Innermost part, the innermost cavity, the canal is known as lumen. Lumen के ऊपर secondary wall के ऊपर primary wall, and primary wall के ऊपर cuticle. In these 4 layers, we can divide the whole structure of cotton fiber. So this is detail about cuticle. What is the function of cuticle? What are the substances which are forming cuticle, like waxes and oils? And its function is, it protects the fiber from any mechanical and chemical damage. Then primary cell wall, which is built up from cellulose, but some other bacterial substances are also found in primary wall, which is taken as impurity. And it is very fine layer, 0.1 to 0.2 micron thick. And the size of the fibril is 20 nanometer thick, and the fibrils are spiraling at 70 degree to the fiber axis. And these spirally fibrils impart strength to the primary cell wall and hence to the fiber. तो फाइबर की जो स्ट्रेंथ है उसमें जो स्पाइरल्स हैं, स्पाइरलिंग फिब्रिल्स हैं, इनका काफी इंपॉर्टेंट कंट्रीब्यूशन होता है. Then secondary cell wall, just underneath the primary cell wall, and it forms the bulk of the fiber. And similarly, it is formed from cellulosic fibrils, fine threads of cellulose, which are spiraling at different angles near the primary wall, and the angle changes, it widens near the lumen. So there is a difference in the angle of spirals of these fibrils near the primary wall and near the lumen. And much of the strength and stability of the cotton fiber may be attributed to these spiraling fibrils. ये जो secondary wall के अंदर जो spiraling fibrils हैं, they are contributing towards the strength of the cotton fiber. This lumen, hollow canal running the length of the fiber, is called the lumen. Its walls are the innermost concentric layers of spirals of secondary cell wall. Secondary cell wall की जो बाहर की तरफ की जो layers होती हैं, वो इसका आउटसाइड का पार्ट होगा, यानी कि जस्ट इसके बाद में जस्ट इसके ऊपर सेकेंडरी वॉल की स्पाइरल्स होगी. इसके इट इज फुल ऑफ सैप और जूसेस which are composed of an aqueous solution of proteins, sugars, minerals and cell waste. जो इसके अंदर जो सैप है या जूसेस हैं उसका मेन कंटेंट है, उसमें मेन जो कंपोजिशन है प्रोटीन्स हैं, सुगर्स हैं, मिनरल्स एंड सेल वेस्ट. And the area of this is 30 to 35% of total area in the beginning. But when this sap evaporates or move into the sheet, when ball splits, when it is exposed to atmosphere, then it dries and the juices or the sap is evaporated and collapsing taking place, and this lumen is reduced to 5%. From 30 to 35% to it reduces to 5%. In that way, collapsing is taking place, and this collapsing is resulting in convolutions because this collapsing is taking place in different directions, and due to these different directions it forms twist, and that's why the longitudinal view हम जब लेंगे अभी वहाँ पे आपको क्लियर होगा कि उसमें हमें ट्विस्टेड रिबन शेप क्यों नजर आ रहा है या कोलैप्स्ड ट्यूब टाइप का शेप क्यों नजर आ रहा है. इट इज ड्यू टू दिस.
सर इस ल्यूमेन के अंदर सर वो जूस रहता है ना, उसके अंदर ही सुखा जाता है या फिर बाहर निकालते हैं?
वो शीट में चला जाएगा या सनलाइट की वजह से इवोपरेट होगा. एक किसी भी रीजन की वजह से जूसेस वहां से ल्यूमेन से निकल जाएंगे और वहां पे कैविटी फॉर्म हो जाएगा. कैविटी मींस खाली स्पेस, और इस खाली स्पेस की वजह से इनर प्रेशर जो है, इंटरनल प्रेशर कम हो जाएगा और आउटर प्रेशर जो एज इट इज है, तो मतलब आउटर प्रेशर ज्यादा हो जाएगा. और उसकी वजह से क्या होगा, आउटर प्रेशर ज्यादा है और अंदर की तरफ प्रेशर कम है, तो कोलैप्सिंग होगी. ये कोलैप्स होगा और एट डिफरेंट प्लेसेस इट इज कोलैप्सिंग इन डिफरेंट डायरेक्शंस. तो क्या होगा,
ओके सर,
ट्विस्ट फॉर्म होगा.
सर वो जो
ट्विस्ट क्रिएट होगा. इसी ट्विस्ट को हम बोलते हैं कन्वोल्यूशंस. ठीक है, तो कन्वोल्यूशंस क्लियर है आपको? दिस इज मेन कैरेक्टरिस्टिक ऑफ कॉटन फाइबर, कन्वोल्यूशंस, राइट. एंड इन कन्वोल्यूशंस का व्यू, इसमें लॉन्गिट्यूडनल व्यू में आपको कन्वोल्यूशंस दिखाई देंगे. इसका आप डायग्राम में आसानी से इसको समझ सकते हैं. थोड़ा सा डायग्राम कम क्लियर है क्योंकि फोटो क्लियर नहीं आई है. तो इस तरह से जो शेप दिखाया हुआ है, दिस इज ट्विस्टेड शेप, एंड दैट्स व्हाई इट इज here written that it looks like a twisted ribbon or collapsed and twisted tube. तो जो कॉटन फाइबर को अगर आप माइक्रोस्कोप में इसका लॉन्गिट्यूडनल व्यू देखेंगे, and this practical we are performing in the lab. This will be demonstrated by demonstrator in some video, and that will be shared to you. So it looks like a twisted ribbon or collapsed and twisted tube. अगर इस तरह से दिखाई दे रहा है, इस तरह का स्ट्रक्चर दिखाई दे रहा है, it means it is cotton fiber. Different fibers are having different longitudinal and cross sectional view. और cross sectional view भी इसका एक specific cross sectional view है, a flat, elongated means through the length, और bin shaped और kidney shaped. किडनी जैसा शेप होता है इसका, with lumen parallel to the larger direction. जो इसकी larger direction है उसके parallel ये जो लाइन दिखाई दे रही है अंदर की तरफ, that is indicating lumen. So this is longitudinal and cross sectional view of cotton fiber, raw cotton fiber. जब हम इसको मर्सराइज करते हैं, मर्सराइज is the process in which we are processing this cotton fiber with a particular percentage of caustic soda, so the fiber gets swelled and उसकी कुछ properties improve रहती है. यहाँ पे आप देखेंगे convolutions इसके अंदर remove हो गया है, and the fiber is more smoother tube unit, more smooth surface than raw cotton, but convolutions यहाँ पर नहीं है. तो convolutions की वजह से जो benefit है वो नहीं रहेगा, but ये surface इसकी smooth होने से इसका luster बढ़ जाएगा और फाइबर की जो यूनिफॉर्मिटी है वो इंक्रीज होगी. और इसी तरह से क्रॉस सेक्शन में चेंज आएगा, सर्कुलर क्रॉस सेक्शन हो जाएगा इंस्टेड ऑफ किडनी शेप, एंड लेस ल्यूमेन जो है वो रिड्यूस हो जाएगा. और तो दिस इज मर्सराइज्ड कॉटन. दैट इज नॉट वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. जो प्रीवियस डायग्राम मैंने आपको शो किया, दैट इज मोर इंपॉर्टेंट डायग्राम. इट इज अबाउट द रॉ कॉटन और प्योर कॉटन विदाउट एनी प्रोसेस.
सर ये रस्सी फॉर्म में होता है जो सीधा हो जाता है?
हाँ, जब हम मर्सराइज करेंगे तो ये स्ट्रेट हो जाएगा. जो भी इसके कन्वोल्यूशंस वो रिमूव हो गए हैं, एक यूनिफॉर्म सरफेस हो गई इसकी. दैट इज ड्यू टू मर्सराइजेशन प्रोसेस. समटाइम्स वी आर यूजिंग मर्सराइज्ड कॉटन for to get some certain property in the cotton textile materials, but not all the textile materials are mercerized. All the cotton fibers are not mercerized. They are used in raw stage also. Most of the time we are using them in raw stage. For some specific uses only we are mercerizing it. And that fabric is known as mercerized cotton fabric. That is a process you will study in TCP also in detail. Yes, this slide is also very important from the point of view of a question which are reasoning questions which are asked in examinations. The convolution and kidney-shaped cross-section of the fibers give uneven surface which increase inter-fiber friction and enables fine cotton yarn with adequate strength. तो uneven surface जो है इसका, why uneven surface? Due to convolution and kidney-shaped cross-section. Uneven surface का reason है convolutions and kidney-shaped cross-section, और uneven surface का result है inter-fiber friction increase होगा. मतलब कोहेसिवनेस बढ़ जाएगा, और कोहेसिवनेस बढ़ेगा तो फाइबर का स्ट्रेंथ बढ़ेगा. तो कॉटन फाइबर का जो स्ट्रेंथ का एक रीजन ये भी है, द कन्वोल्यूशंस एंड किडनी शेप क्रॉस सेक्शन गिव्स अनइवन सरफेस which results in increase interfiber friction. Finally it increase the strength of the cotton fiber. And one more thing is fiber surface makes random contact. क्योंकि surface irregular है तो स्किन के साथ random contact होगा, ज़्यादा कॉन्टैक्ट नहीं होगा. रेंडमली कुछ जगहों पर ये कॉन्टैक्ट में आएगी स्किन के, और इसकी वजह से ये कंफर्टेबल फीलिंग देगी. या स्किन के ज़्यादा कॉन्टैक्ट में आएगी तो अनकंफर्टेबल अनप्लीजेंट फीलिंग होगा. सो दीज आर द two benefits of these convolutions and kidney shaped cross section. Sometimes question may be asked how these convolutions contribute to the strength of the fiber. Then you have to explain this paragraph. You have to answer by explaining this paragraph. And if it is asked, these cotton fibers give comfortable feeling. One reason is moisture regain, but another reason is this random contact with the skin. So it gives a pleasant feeling or comfortable feeling. Then cotton polymer हमने ले लिया. It's cellulose is the name of the polymer, and cellubiose is the name of monomer of cotton. And 5,000 cellubiose units are joined together to form one cellulose, and 2 beta glucose units are joined together to form cellubiose. Here is the chemical formula: 2 beta glucose units forming one cellubiose, that is name of monomer. And this cellubiose, 5,000 cellubiose units are joined together, and they are forming this. So these किसी ने क्वेश्चन पूछा था स्टार्ट में कि हाइड्रोजन बॉन्ड्स कैसे फॉर्म होते हैं. Particularly the number of hydrogen bonds created in crystalline regions are very high, because here the chains are linear, and these hydroxyl groups of one polymer comes in contact with hydroxyl group of another polymer, and due to this hydrogen bonding is formed. ये किसी ने स्टार्ट में क्वेश्चन पूछा था. So that can be explained by this chemical formula, by indicating this chemical formula. Then cotton polymer is having mainly hydroxyl groups, either in the form of OH or these methyl groups, CH2OH, and they are polar in nature, which are contributing towards many properties of the cotton fiber, particularly moisture regain, because polar polymers attract water molecules. And due to amorphous region present in the cotton polymer system, they get entered into the amorphous regions of the polymer system of the cotton. And van der Waals forces also created. The reason of formation of van der Waals forces is here. When the distance between the polymer space between the two polymers is less than 0.5 nanometer, van der Waals forces are formed. So these are formed particularly in crystalline regions. The portion of crystalline region is 65 to 70%, and the portion of amorphous is 35 to 30%. And on the basis of this polymer system and the polymer of cotton fiber, you can explain its properties. Chemical composition, just go through this. इसमें ज़्यादा समझने को नहीं है. And uses, then physical properties. ये भी मैंने आपको explain कर दिया है 2 बार. Tenacity, कौन से points हैं, कौन से criteria हैं जो tenacity को affect कर रहे हैं. Those are given here. Why the wet tenacity is higher than dry tenacity? That the answer is here. I have already explained. Why it is inelastic? The answer is given here. And how much elasticity? That is given here. Then hygroscopic properties at different conditions, but we are generally mentioning standard condition, that is 65% relative humidity and 22 degrees centigrade. And here in these conditions, the moisture regain of cotton fiber is 8.5%. So generally we mention this moisture regain this, but if relative humidity increases, then moisture regain is increasing. And mainly it is considered as a good moisture regain, and this is due to OH groups, polar groups present in the cotton fiber, and amorphous regions in the cotton fiber. These two are responsible for its good hygroscopic properties. Then thermal properties depends also on types of bonds, number of bonds present, and the orientation of the fiber. So here we have good crystalline proportion, and as well as we have good number of hydrogen bonds and vulnerable forces, and that's why thermal property, cotton can be termed as a good thermal fiber. It can be heated up to 93 degrees centigrade without any effect on the fiber. And then chemical properties are given in very details. You just take few lines from every point कि alkali का effect क्या है, then acids का effect क्या है. तो ये इतना डिटेल में आपको याद करने की जरूरत नहीं है, जस्ट आपको ये समझने के लिए मैंने इतना डिटेल में दिया है. Otherwise for examination you just remember 2-3 lines from each point. Effect of acid. तो मेन जो एसिड्स उनका क्या इफेक्ट है, इसकी डाई एफिनिटी कैसी है, कौन कौन सी डाइज हम इसको यूज कर सकते हैं कॉटन टेक्सटाइल मटेरियल